My presentation on motivation. What is motivation? Work motivation is the result of a set of internal and external forces that cause an employee to choose an appropriate course of action and engage in certain behaviors. In order to keep employees interested, there are positive factors. There are making a full commitment and repeatedly maintaining the effort. McClelland's motivational drives, there were 3: achievement motivation, affiliation motivation, and power motivation. There were 2 different classifications of needs. There's the primary, which are basic needs, which include food and water and sleep, and there are secondary needs, which are social and physiological needs, which are like self-esteem and receiving attention. There were several key conclusions to secondary needs, including they vary in type and intensity among people, they influence behavior in powerful ways, and they are often hidden from conscious recognition. Maslow's hierarchy of needs was developed by Abraham Maslow, and there were 5 different steps to Maslow's hierarchy, which include physiological needs, safety and security needs, belonging and social needs, esteem and status needs, and self-actualization and fulfillment needs. Herzberg's 2-factor model is a motivational model developed by Herzberg, which concludes that one set of job conditions primarily motivates an employee and produces satisfaction if they are adequate, while a different set primarily dissatisfies the employee if they are inadequate. And he thought that there were 2 factors that motivated people, which were maintenance and motivation. The motivational factors include work itself, achievement, possibility of growth, responsibility, advancement, and recognition. And these are both based mostly on job content. The maintenance factors included status, relations with supervisor, peer relations, relations with subordinates, quality of supervision, company policy and administration, job security, working conditions, and pay. And also maintenance factors were related to job context. Alderfer's ERG model is a motivational model developed by Clayton, suggesting that there are 3 needs of need levels: existence, relatedness, and growth. Some examples of the existence level were pay and physical working conditions, job security, and fringe benefits. Relatedness level includes being understood and accepted by people above, below, and around the employee at work. The growth level was desire for self-esteem and self-actualization. Behavior modification is used in organizations to shape individual behavior through the use of positive and negative consequences. And there were 4 consequences of organization behavior modification. There was punishment, which is the administration of an unfavorable consequence that discovers a certain behavior. Negative reinforcement, removal of an unfavorable consequence that accompanies behavior. Positive reinforcement, favorable consequences that accompanies behavior, encourages repetition of the behavior. And extinction, withholding a significant positive consequence that were previously provided for a desirable behavior. There is also goal setting, which you have your goals, which are targets and objectives for future performance, and then goal setting, which is establishment of those targets and objectives for successful performance, both long-term and short-term. Then self-efficacy was the main factor of goal setting, which self-efficacy is the internal belief that one has the necessary capabilities and competencies to perform a task, fulfill role expectations, or meet a challenging situation successfully. Then there were several tips listed in our book for our self-efficacy. And then there were 4 different elements of goal setting, which were goal acceptance, like accept the goal, there's specificity, challenge, and then there was performance monitoring and feedback. Performance monitoring is observing the behavior, and then the performance feedback was timely provision of data or judgment regarding the task. There's the expectancy model, which is the theory that motivation is a product of 3 factors: valence times expectancy times instrumentality. Then there's the equity model, which is the employee tendency to judge fairness by comparing their relevant input to the outcomes they receive and also comparing these ratios to those of other people. Then there was a possible reactions to perceived inequity. And then I personally believe that every good company has great motivators within the business, whether it is the low workers or the higher up employees. Every business needs motivation to get through the day and have the most successful company or product in the world.